Hello and welcome to an essential oil spotlight. We're going to be talking all about spikenard today, which is a lesser known oil. My name is Jennifer and I'm the founder of feastingonjoy.com, and I have years of study and research and actual essential oil usage under my belt, and I am passionate about essential oils. They are powerful, they're empowering, they have changed my family for the better and really just given us natural remedies that have improved our well-being, and I'm so grateful for them, and I know my husband would say the same thing. So today I wanted to dive a little bit deeper with you on the essential oil called spikenard. It is actually distilled from the roots of the spikenard plant. They're actually the roots that grow underground. And these grow in the Himalayas, and so its species is called Nardostachys jatamansi. And it's really important to know the species of an oil or of the plant that the oil comes from, because there's hundreds of species of plants in the world, and each species gives off a different kind of oil with different constituents, and sometimes even just one plant, the leaves versus the roots, can give off different kinds of oils with different constituents. So it's important to know the species. So doTERRA actually partners with farmers in Nepal through their co-impact sourcing initiatives, which is something that I love about doTERRA. And they pay these farmers fair wages, and they pay them consistently and on time, so that these farmers who know how to grow and harvest spikenard to get the purest oil, so that they can have a livelihood. And that's really important. So doTERRA is really giving back in that way. It's a win-win, because we also get a wonderful, pure, potent, powerful essential oil because of that partnership. So spikenard, this is spikenard that doTERRA distills, and it is the most powerful spikenard in the world. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why, okay? It is an ancient precious oil that was mentioned in the Bible. It's thousands of years old and has been around obviously for thousands of years. It was used also in Greek and Roman culture, and it was used in Ayurvedic medicine for health promotion, and it still is. It is high in sesquiterpenes, and sesquiterpenes are a chemical compound, a natural chemical compound that is found in spikenard, and it has more than 140 different sesquiterpenes in it. Okay, that's a really big deal. That just goes to show, if you know oil chemistry at all, it's very, very diverse in what this oil can do. So basically it can be used for virtually anything. Research actually has indicated the sesquiterpenes are actually able to cross the blood-brain barrier in a human's body. Okay, and so that means that this oil can get to our brain tissue because it can cross the blood-brain barrier. Sesquiterpenes also are able to oxygenate the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, and they tend to be liver stimulants and gland stimulants, which is also really great for our health and well-being, to get things functioning and flowing and moving so that our body can function properly. So according to PhD David Stewart, I'm going to read you a quote that he said about these sesquiterpenes. He wrote a paper called The Blood-Brain Barrier, okay, and he says that the American Medical Association said that if they could find an agent that would pass the blood-brain barrier, they would be able to better address Lou Gehrig's disease, MS, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. Such agents already exist in this oil and other oils that have sesquiterpenes in them, and these sesquiterpenes have been available since biblical times, he says, particularly the sesquiterpenes containing the brain oxygenating molecules of sesquiterpenes. So that shows you how powerful that these can be in the future of medicine, really. So in Song of Solomon in the Bible, in chapter 1, verse 12, it says, "While the king sat at his table, my spikenard sent forth its fragrance." Solomon actually prophesied 1,000 years earlier, before Christ, of Christ's victory over death, using references to spikenard. So it's been around, okay, and it's not a new thing. It's something that we can really benefit from putting it into our lives. And I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a minute. So let's talk about the smell before we get into how to use it and when not to use it. So the smell is very distinct, and oftentimes people have to really get used to this smell. If you don't love it, it's okay. You can apply it on your feet instead and then wash your hands so you don't have to smell it. But you may like it. It's more of a heavy, sweet aroma. It's woodsy, very earthy, and also has kind of a spicy afternote. And many actually say it smells like moss, okay? So it might be worth a try. So what you can use spikenard for is you can use it to help improve your anxious thoughts. And it helps to quiet your mind. Maybe you've had a hard day at the office, hard day at home, homeschooling, or you have even maybe had a rough time with your boss, or your mind is just swirling because life is so busy and you can't calm down. Spikenard will help quiet your mind and calm you down. It calms nerves too. It's great for your nervous system, and it's really good to use for a deeper sleep. It's also excellent for stress busting, so something again you would use for a stressful day to just unwind. It can really help aid in your digestive system and help it function properly and things to move through it. And it helps to boost your immune system, since this is a very anti-inflammatory oil and it is also calming. Our immune systems benefit from that in a really big way. There's actually a scientific study done in 2008 on mice that found spikenard to be really calming and sedating. So great study there. This oil can promote hair growth. That's a really astounding fact. And it can also slow the graying process, and those were both found out in a 2011 scientific study. Pretty awesome there, because I don't know about you, but I've had Hashimoto's since I was 28 years old, and actually I think 26 now. Gosh, time flies. And my hair started graying as soon as I got that, because my immune system was compromised and it was not working properly. And so, gosh, I wished I'd have known about spikenard years ago. So anyways, I plan on using it for that. It's wonderful. So you can slow the graying. You can also help to fight bacteria in your body with spikenard oil. And because, like I said, it's anti-inflammatory, it also will help with chronic respiratory issues and chronic digestive issues. So these are the ongoing things that you just can't seem to get under control. It will also help with chronic brain issues, as well as healthy heart and healthy cholesterol levels. That's powerful in my opinion. And it also helps with healthy nerve function in your entire body. It can also stimulate the digestive system a little bit. We talked about this already, but when things get backed up, and it can be used as a natural laxative. And that's really important, because in order for our bodies to function well and for us to feel good, we have to be moving those toxins through our digestive system on a regular basis so that our cells can function properly. It's really important. Okay, so when not to use spikenard, okay? There is a time when you do not want to use this, and that is when you're pregnant. Don't use spikenard when you're pregnant, because it has a stimulating effect on the uterus. And of course, we don't want the uterus to be stimulated when the baby's not ready to be born, right? When it hasn't had its full time in the oven, okay? So stay away from it if you're pregnant. And I did want to tell you that spikenard pairs really well with clove oil, with cypress, with frankincense oil, geranium, juniper berry, lavender, myrrh, wild orange, rose, and vetiver. So if you're making up a blend with this, just know that those oils go really well with spikenard. And then I did want to give you 5 recipes, just quick, simple recipes on how to use spikenard. So you might want to get your pen out and your paper and just write these down. One of the ways I love to use spikenard is at night. I keep this bottle actually on my bedside table, and right as I'm going to bed, I put a drop of this on my neck and my shoulders and just rub it in, and I find that it's ultra calming and just helps my brain to kind of slow down and get ready for that deep sleep. I sleep better when I use it. So great for using for that. Not one caveat really quick I wanted to say is when you're applying an essential oil topically, you're always going to want to spot test and dilute first, okay? So what that means is you're going to put a drop of the essential oil, and then you're going to put a drop of fractionated coconut oil, or 2 or 3, and you're going to rub it in and like maybe on the inside of your wrist, and just see that you don't have any skin reaction to it. You probably won't, but it's always good to be safe and do that rather than regret it later. Just in case your body chemistry doesn't like the constituents in spikenard. Everybody's different, okay? So always dilute and spot test first. Okay, the second way to use spikenard oil is to help bacteria invaders in your kidneys, in your bladder, and in your urethra, okay? So to do that, you're going to actually apply 3 to 5 drops of this topically on the area of concern, or you can take 1 to 2 drops of this internally, and what you do with that is put it in a glass of water and just drink it down. If you don't like the taste, which you may not, put it in a capsule and a little veggie cap, and then just take that capsule just like you would any other supplement. And then you can diffuse it as well. If you really want a deep sleep, you can diffuse it by the side of your bed as well, or if you're having some chronic bacterial issues, then you can also diffuse it at night while you're sleeping, or even during the day if you would like. Okay, the third way to use spikenard essential oil is for relieving chronic brain, chronic digestion, and chronic nerve symptoms. So you can apply 3 to 5 drops topically to the area of concern. Maybe you're having brain fog, or maybe you're having some brain pain, or maybe you have some even worse brain issues going on. You can actually put 3 to 5 drops of this on your head, okay? And of course, that's after you've spot tested and know that for your body, spikenard works well. But you can do that, and or you can take 1 drop of spikenard internally each day. And what I recommend when taking oils internally is that you really make a point to rotate your essential oils. So for instance, you might do spikenard for 1 drop each day internally for 2 weeks, and then you're going to decide to do maybe frankincense 1 drop each day for 2 weeks, and then you rotate back in spikenard. So that way you're not using the same essential oil so long term. It kind of goes the same as when you want to eat a variety of vegetables. You want to eat the rainbow, right? Well, that's because every vegetable has different nutrients and different constituents and your body can use. Well, the same goes for essential oils. They actually all have different nutrients, different chemical makeups and chemistry. And so it's good to really get a variety of oils into your daily regimens. And there's lots of oils that can help with those chronic issues I just mentioned. Okay, and so then the fourth way is, like we talked about, how it can stimulate hair growth and slow your graying. This is a great way. You want to put 5 to 10 drops of spikenard in your shampoo or conditioner bottle and shake it around, and then use that daily on your hair, and you will over time notice a difference with your hair growth and maybe even the graying. Since that was scientifically proven in a study, I'd actually like to test that out. I haven't tested that yet, but that sounds pretty awesome. So if you don't want to put it in your shampoo or conditioner, then you can also do kind of a rinse where you take 5 drops of spikenard with 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, and you massage that into your scalp, and then you just let it sit for 5 minutes, and then you can rinse that out. And me personally, I'd actually wash that out because the coconut oil will leave your hair greasy. Okay, and then the last way to use spikenard, there's lots more, but this is just the 5 that I wanted to share with you today. The last way is to help stimulate your digestive system. And so that is when things are slow going, you're not going to the bathroom regularly, then this will help to stimulate your digestive system into consistent bowel movements. Okay, so you're going to apply 2 drops to your abdomen and 2 drops of spikenard to your feet. And you hopefully will notice that things start moving more regularly. Okay, so that is my spotlight on spikenard. I hope you learned something about it, and I also really hope that you will put some of these recipes into use into your everyday life. Be purposeful about it. Keep your spikenard out. Don't put it away in a cupboard or you won't see it and you won't use it. Okay, keep it out. And I would encourage you to go to feastingonjoy.com to learn more about essential oils. You can always reach out to me by emailing me at jennifer@feastingonjoy.com. And if you want to get started with essential oils, you want to bring them into your home and become a part of Feasting on Joy Oils family, we would love that. You can do that if you look if you look at the link below, you will see how to do that. It will link you to all the information you'll need. And I would really love to have you a part of our family. What's great about Feasting on Joy Oils is that I personally mentor you through your oil journey. So you don't just buy an oil and then have no idea how to use it. It's really important to me that you're using oil safely and effectively. And so I really like to, along with my team, mentor you in your oil journey. So if you would like to be a part of the Feasting on Joy Oils family, click below and get that started. We will welcome you. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to talking with you on another Essential Oil Spotlight. Have a great day.